We ran to this continent called Africa for safety. It was a dark place or a darker place. I will explain this. After we ran to this place, we were restricted and we remained here. We became sick, very sick because of trauma. We ran to this place called Africa or Akabulan. Na yebe haide waha. Tie. Ark of the Covenant, it kills at war to give other people free land or a new land. Noah's Ark equally killed at war to give other people new land or a free land. It is all about a cosmic shift. We better understand certain things before we give our energies to that thing. If African leaders, I keep saying, if we should have etheric leadership, we will look into things before they get through to us. When this thing started from Ukraine, I told Africans, mind your business. This is none of your business. That was when Jesus became a black man in someone's archives. When this thing transcended from Ukraine to Gaza and Israel, I told African leaders, mind your business. This has got nothing to do with you. And I told you, anything these people will gather from that place, they gather all these things or they start everything because of you. An African. They always wanted the minerals here. Now they want the land. So if they don't frustrate you to run there as a slave, they will come at you. So I keep telling African leaders, mind your business. Now look at where we stand or we sit. Right now, from Burkina Faso, look at what is happening in Benin. Put that aside. Go straight to Nigeria and look at what is happening there with security and then the Fulanis. Now, one man made a statement that I decided to go back a bit and look at what will happen. He said, he was a Fulani man. Please find the video and insert it because I don't like acting on hearsay. If it is true, this is what he said and I heard.
We are just reminding him, he promised during the campaign time that discrimination and tribalism and marginalization will be the thing of the past if he comes to power. Now we are appealing to him, he should put focus. The amendment that they are going to do in the Constitution, he should interpret the Citizenship Act. Who is a Ghanaian? I think this discrimination, we should take a clue with our neighboring countries. That is Nigeria. About this Boko Haram is about discrimination and marginalizations. Burkina Faso is facing the same thing. Niger is facing the same thing. Mali is facing the same thing. So we have, this is a security issue.
This man was saying something to our president that he told them when he comes, he will make them nationals. If he doesn't want to mind them, he should look at what is going on in Nigeria. Now, you see the circle this thing is drawing. When things like this start happening, we don't have to donate our energies to what will not benefit us as people. It is a weaker vessel that will sit for disaster to come at him or her before he starts looking for solutions. And sasa yetina home niyamesi yesuwie debiana ye chesi. We have to be ahead. This is how wise people think. Nia ekoso ewo ye land no so no. Today I want to draw our attention to something small. Listen, a people without memory, a people who don't understand what is called logo, or people who have lost their selves, they live without memory, and anything at all can happen to these people. Today, I want us to talk about Ante DM the 8. We know we go 2 stages. I want everybody to open up and think critically about everything I'm going to expose to us today. So, 2 stages I will take us. Ebono's arc, my take on that. And then, ye be descend ya from the lie truth sandwich. And so it's a big conversation for very deep thinkers and critical thinkers and people who are born with Akabuland spirit in them, who have their full selves and understand what is called logos. Way and ende me pesa me new omukasa. Medikaya catchlo the entia ye prompting crofo the entia ye kekanya maybe. You can see say nye kom. I'm sure if you are a Christian or have ever been one, so why a Christian neither, you will be amazed by the viral young man called Ebonowa. So we a Christian who is supposedly building an ark to save mankind from a flood. This has gotten to BBC. So it's a big deal. So we have to talk about it. I said a few things last week on Time with Maame Grace, asking questions about why this God would even come and look for an ark in Ghana here. He beside a few questions. He said that I will not destroy the earth with water again. That is why he gave rainbow as a sign or as a covenant of his promise that offense yiri and say asasibium. So where is this one coming from? It is only Africans who make mockery of the Bible they hold dearly. I did not want to talk about this because it was more of a social media content creator than a serious project for me. But sanity to others. Very important, like I said, that it has even gotten to BBC. However, considering that people do not understand the psychological impact of replaying such biblical events to align with today's context and redirect our subconscious minds to certain frequencies, I thought it wise to go there. Because ye kikase niyama we ya, ye nim ade a ye yadwene. Medikanya can't say adwene nim say we ye nokora we ye ntro. That is why you will watch a movie ye acting they be no more acting. You see people dying in a movie, the next day they are acting in other movies. But you will watch this movie just set up a ye program omo ye no, you will be crying because someone is going through something. Enti adwene nim say we ye ntro we ye ampa. Nemom no ade a wo play bia no adwene no be process it. Na sa adwene ni process a mema renfi makacho say is the vehicle of your life or your body. Into at the moment it processes something and no be influence everything around you. So I said, hey, Dabi, as a spiritual visionary, I have to get there. And you, because Bible ne kind the only edi akunu ye hu no nenso onu de ohu yen. Nenye obi ya na ehunu. Some of us are now seeing them. So quickly you say, oh, let me come here. Because ye nim, maybe I hear directly ye frequency ni adwene diako. As you laugh and make so much noise and post about this simple act story, you have no idea that it is having an effect that occult societies refer to as logos effect on you. That's why I said I will take my time and break down what is called logos. And when we say logos, and it is coming from the occultic kingdom, the meanings, these are things that Africans ye lucy. Enti ye hu ano. The effect say we bibi di agro say yampa say nyampa ebeba osunu enya de ye taking it serious. I have made an episode about tokens, symbols and way ni na ewo platform way so until you be to me ashe. And I'm catch on the way adwene behave no enye bibia necessary wo hwe. Na we didi agro, but it's all about understanding the logo and what is happening in ourselves. And no bema ye say yemfa we ndi agro na me yemfa ndi agro, but me yenhwe ni say I am not saying the gentleman Ebo Noah is working for an occult society or a religious sect. Somebody way to or some people are just bitter, they will turn your words. No, I'm not saying that. I have made it clear. Whether you are aware or not, this event is painting the same effect it had on your subconscious mind when you were first told of the story of Noah and the ark in the Sunday school. But still, I say, frequency it will still print something on your subconscious mind. Now, it's a bit printed bibi or your subconscious mind. And then the bay, it's a say if I were serious, and then it's a say if I'm serious. It's just a readjustment of your cells to realign with that same frequency. Inti enya di it's a say didi agro. Honestly, and se wote me ase a ana wo ye obi a wodo ebibimaya ebeye wabufuo se niama bebre a ekoso wa ha ye galam se nyama ne ade de ekokokoso yi endu CNN but we ne kodu BBC so wo ye obibini na wotie we ya esese timi ha wadwene kwan bi so minim dia wodwen. So today we will talk about cells, metrics, logos and the ancient things you eniama we you will feel these things are a joke, which is not. What is the spiritual impact of exposing our subconscious minds to sigils, logos, signs, and words? Say you should just say niyama way, you should say niyama ye penti billboards, niyama almost show ye, and in ye koko kosuibia, bisa won't say a ne printing with subconscious mind, and so. Ne niyama mebo boss you logos, sigils, signs, and words, mpaucho. One kasa personally, dear na unim about this, ne den na unim say a printing, and go with subconscious mind. Me write it in the comment section. I welcome us to Spiritual Hour. Abusuya. My name is always Maame Grace. Na afeno na wie ya anisa Gregorian calendar enti na chese me ma wafishia pa. And on December 24th, I hope I see you in the ark. Media makachira mu baby a me wo bi kianeke. So or say 24th or say 25th. Ena ark na eko. I will see you there. Me ma wakwaba e de ba Spiritual Hour dwumedie so. I believed you, 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 and I send you love, I send you love, I send you love, I send you joy, I send you strength, I send you love. I send you love. I send you love wherever you are watching me from. I believed you. I believed you. I believed you. I do not bless you. I believed you. I do not bless you. I believed you wherever you are. I send you wealth, pure light, pure energies. I send you pure light, pure energies. I send you health. I send you wealth, and I send you help, and I send you that shoulder. I wish you a nature day, and I welcome you to another episode of Spiritual Hour on this platform. Call me the voice of our ancestors. They speak through me, they hear through me, they smell through me, and they drop every particle of information through me to us. It's another day, and I welcome you. Today we are discussing a very important topic, and I have given you the steps now. Yebefemu ni nyina mijimidi sa ankrankra bia eho eye entecheremada ankrankra bia abodusemu ena emojensu edi obiemu afru esane sebonimpo ena atu fia mema oyako ya wahwere obidio yare me send light and healing to you. Obia dia okomu bia no, me send strength to your system. If it is your legs that you need to drive that thing away, I send you the strength of legs, I send you the strength of all organs, and I send you the strength of the brain. I welcome you. It's another day. Today we are discussing Ante Dein, the 8. I will explain all these topics for us to understand. Mature stages are here called 2. We can catch us say Ebo Noah's ark and my own take. So let's look at Ebo Noah's ark and my take. Most of you will remember I posted an etymological joke about the name Noah and its relation to ancient diction and language. I posted it on my Facebook wall. I am Pamuchomon Katina Mufantum na Omuhunia Metre. It was funny, and I did that in reference to Nufialaga, who usually teaches about the Ewe etymology on Revelations. You all know Nufialaga. I send you love, my dearest. I send you love, Nufialaga. I'm sure we will get his 2026 etymology show soon on Revelations. I'll personally call him to come and talk to us about the etymology issue about Noah's Ark. After that post, I saw another video by a lady who was only having fun with the whole Ebo Noah's case, just like the rest of Ghana. But that lady didn't know what he said and what he was doing. Nana, that moment, Nana woman, kasa, me who video no. Na I wish say na me wo ho kasa. That lady exposed herself. Minim se na onim. Ade a oye na, me ne bedi nkomo. Me mo hwehwe na me ne di nkomo. Do se omo fra ne ma me kra ebi a wa glitch back until she wouldn't even understand the questions I will ask her because I feel she didn't know what she was actually saying. Say your cells ni your logos no enyina ye adwuma na memory wo ho a anka de ame bekan ye bete ase. That lady also said something. Onu de ofili say obi ye video about Ebono West Ark no no so oye bi. But at that moment na oye ni video no oglitch ye. And na oglitch ye no and na okan say na owo ho na de ni si ye. A statement she made. She said owo ha na me pointing it out to kire no. Wo hwe ni pakasa. Now to me read the cells, now to me read the memories, now to me read the logos. Ubehu event a nipa ne ka ho asem so no wo ho a ubehu me kan ebi mu adwunu be yo mo kensrene. I will break it down for us to understand. I mean, we can't blame anyone for having fun with such a video. It regenerates a powerful memory in ourselves. And this lady no no nim say ade way regenerating a powerful memory in herself. Inti onim say wa glitchy po. No, o make a certain statement. I will make it open. Please find the video and insert it.
Tienkai boy na channel so. Ebo no wan so ne toti a. Efiti East Legon, ebesi Trazako, asase na o ni nyina ye media. Udru kuma senso a fiti G ekosi de chemso media. Obuasi kuro kakraka ni nyina ma register ne first. Mesraw nsuo ne toti a ensi asase ne so. Se mabo, se membayo, mensi so because opepesi ni nyina befo. Wada nyina bebubu. Tie ni biom Trazako ekosi East Lego. G ekosi de chemso. Ana obuasi kuro dia ni nyina. Mesraw me na me kan first.
Causing us to admit the whole story in our subconscious mind with an emotional response of humor. Yedi agro ni yedi jiji yeni ni yedi chese pressure ni stress no kredos wo krom ha nti ni amabi say no ni yedi tete ye stress so ba lady way ebeye obi a senka ye wo kro a spirituality ni ye won krofo mo thinking makro no ni ye won krofo a anka omo ready frequency makro na ka niam bi say ikoso anka ho ne ye picking crofo a omo kita ade omo betumi aglitch no mo enter into a past issue a esi no mo amaye what really happened there. But we are not people like that inti bibia ba. But that is what I do. This lady is the first I'm talking about. So I wasn't much shocked at how Ghanaians were having comedy episodes with the whole situation because ye chi omo slaves ni ade omo konokra no no to omo to ndwom na omo ye jokes e de gigi we omo ni se trauma ebusu wo bi abrabo mu a odi bibia yesede because wakoya wumu ama na me no. That's the state or the situation of black people. But what moved my spiritual curiosity was that this lady said in the video that she is making an announcement that after the flood and they came out of the Ebono West Ark, she is placing ownership on all the lands in East Legon and other important places in Kumasi. And I was like, kai!
Ebo no wan so ne toti a. Efiti East Legon, ebesi Trazako, asase na o ni nyina ye media. Udru kuma senso a fiti G ekosi de chemso media. Oboati kuro kakaka ni nyina ma register ne first. Mesraw, nsuo ne toti a ensi asase ne so.
Asembia Yesu bisa na suafo no. Osi we si mi yese na mo nsoso mo se me ye hwan. Na suafo 12 ni nyina obi ehu. Ba kope no hu ye no kan no katre ne se nya wo na hu ye. Eye nyame osetunsun bi na eyi akire. Lady ni make sa statement no. E na me zoom video no na me twa ni face. Na me start say me reading to it. Na me say kai we otumi de na si ho no mo. Na watumi a trigger no now putting in the glitch. No we piano akosa issue na esi ye nimu. Na nka wako download real information because she was there. Or you're one of the people who witnessed that act issue na so ankasa no. And yet the fake one in the Bible. But the real thing that happened, that lady was there. As someone make you're limited that you won't understand that. Your body no is always new. I'm telling you, the spirit that makes you a human being is been here eons. And that lady, that statement she made was not ordinary. No one glitchy. It means she was one of the souls that were there when the real incident happened. Now, Monsieur Amonsho, I want to have a conversation with her. Inti sanka ye yankrofa ye de spirituality ni ye niyama papa ye de pick information ye de ye researcher ke ye be pick no ye pa na ye throw no into a glitch. Na nko be because ono na no wo ho inti nko be fa information. Nobody has ever made this statement since this thing started happening. Ono e na wa be make this statement na tie. Saadie we a lady ne kan no e yade a osum bi ya we se eseso nipa protecting the memory, protecting the cells, protecting the logos. Omo nim nti osum bi a chechere omo esum esi saadie miense nya me kan ye so. Nti saa osum no omo di omo njindi se heavy bi ba omo akọ but omo ka se ewiase foforo na eba no se fie we be ye me fie se fie we be ye me fie. Nobody talks about it till this lady glitched. Obe kasa at obeyi ni hu adi ena me hu ye ena ema me ka ho asem sesei. I don't think she knew how resounding what she said was. Menya sure so no nim that because na make an ofili so ye video keke but the cells and the memory ni glitch ye. Enti okasa at se de no ogina ho no okasa ye pepepe. She did not speak of her mind. She spoke of a soul memory that has been kept in her DNA and genes for hundreds of years. So if I tell you the lady was there in the main issue and not the real issue, no, and not the real event, now, this is what I mean. And anybody know did know or kasano. Yes, there are people like that. We pick people when they are talking. Bi wo ho no mo person mo picking crophobia, bi wo mo frɛ na wakotena na mo ready frequency ni ade no mo hwɛ say de ben so nie eden genes eden DNA. We don't even care. Say see Ghana Africa ni ka DNA na che obi no ne na wo e na we na woko check DNA. Apart from that, we don't see any sense in this thing I just mentioned. But this lady no ne kasa na no oka no, this is the source. Minim so no ankasa or ya aware there. And I make a chair was asking Yesu e ka kire ebi sa kire ne suafo no. She had no idea that she was not being a smart and funny content creator, but a keeper of an ancestry memory. This lady, this is who she is. Oh. And so, Ebia Onimumpo, making. Lady, the moon continuously with video because I want this to get to her. This is who she is. She's a keeper of an ancestry memory. Nti oko zoom, or glitch ya no ko zoom. Okoyi asamno beto wo de see ye pepepe okoyi beto ho. What do I mean if I say this? Let me explain more. Me ka say what do I mean no? Obia dwene beko Noah's asam na wo Bible mu no so. Ba sa asam na omo ka wo Noah asam na wo Bible mu a akoso a abedu wo ebo Noah sui. E ya asam na wo Bible mu ana ne fare bai ne fi. A lady wey oye African na me ka kire wo say na owo ho. Na oye a keeper of ancestral memory. I didn't think I say let me explain this better. Because like I saw you be and a Bible na so I will explain this. You see, the story of Noah in the Bible was not an isolated, made-up story. It is a falsehood that has been extracted from a true event. A yadia is see. And no builder was so just like Kwame Nkrumah ekoko pay independence or the buyer or corporate the buyer African countries ni na copy independence na omu pay no sanity. Just like Jesus was, Muhammad was, Krishna was, just like this God no was. It's the same thing they've copied and pasted. So the Noah's issue or Noah's Ark issue in the Bible, it's not an issue. Bible is something they copied from somewhere. And it is something that is being copied from many places. And let me break it down so you can make your research and do your findings. So you don't come and be like, nya, 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 nya. It is a falsehood that has been extracted from a true event, like I said, which was converted into a symbolic event that was stolen and rebranded into a fiction. What do I mean by this? I'm saying so many things. What do I mean by this? There are many flood-related mythologies across many cultures and religions. Flood bebresi. Flood bebresi. And you know what? Flood flood. And let me take my time and break it down. These flood myths are similar in all their tales. And many masters of spirituality take it that they may be just a way of how the ancient people dramatize a major shift in mindset depicted by major traumatic events like these floods. Said the Ark of the Covenant kills at war. So it can give a new and a free land to new people or new species. So Tomasi, the first flood known to be recorded is not the one in the Bible. And yet no na flood edi kan yesi. Say ye will say flood edi kan yesi na ye the Bible no more. Please today go back a little bit. Like I said, make your research and do your findings. At least we know that the first dramatic flood sequence was recorded in the Epic of Gilgamesh in Mesopotamia. You can Google. This is a common knowledge. Downloads. It's a common knowledge. According to Ghanaian spiritual teachers like Nufialaga, they believe this was the first flood of ancient Africa from the Ewe ancient teachings. I will call him, like I said, Ewe Pilo language and etymology, or yena well so. My sending a love that, and I know we will get through to him. No umbra no ni emekawe. The other flood mythology is recorded in Genesis in the Bible. There are other references in the Holy Quran also. Almost what flood issues and our flood mythology. But before that, the Greeks had their own flood myth that was caused by Zeus. And the Indians also had theirs, where a fish avatar of Lord Vishnu warned mankind of a heavy flood that wiped the whole earth. Into flood, just like omokopi ajinkwa, virgin birth. Said you omokopi heavy. Said you omokopi independence. The same copy and paste. Ebiana make kachire we. So flood na ewo Bible. Noah's flood no is not the first flood that I see. No. The Chinese also had a flood myth known as Shu Sheng. Theirs wasn't about ghosts, but more of the environment. But that flood was so heavy per the mythology, it even threatened the heavens. According to Chinese, Shu Sheng. Flood is there all the time. Copy. So kayen so ye copy bit said the yenia ebono wa coming up here. Kayen copy in a grand style and establish something out of it. So seeing all these records of myth on floods, we can clearly see that even though what we have stuck to in the Bible is symbolic and falsehood, but in actual fact, this is it. And that same Bible, nakasa flood two ne wom, the Zeus one, and a Noah's one, own yiso. I man, Yankopon son fence yiri, and sasa bium, or the rainbow, a year, and fatum one ash and so dear, a deceiver. And I don't know why this same God has turned back to come and tell me up a boat, Ghana. Mintiasi. It is a copy and paste near Pesa. Why don't we do it and establish something better? Ebimu di omu copy in a makeke kanina. You can do your findings. Where Maka said the Bible no ye a yentro no. Omu njin dida. Ubejia tumu se a yentro. Say ye jitum se niamani ye bi a yadia ne niamani bi wo dada. Ena we mu copy ya omu paste ye ne adia. Enu ni ye betumi ajia tumu se a yentro. But se ni yembisa ye hu se ye memory no ete sen. Yen kaihwe yen jintum se bibimpo wo ho ntintro na ye nimno ne ye befa na ye protect. The only place that memory can reside is in the cells and DNA of those who witnessed with their avatars. That is the lady who was talking. That was the lady. Misheni din na me say senka ye to meet na social media ne ye pick microphone bimpo a ka ye be ko yanim. So that lady exposed herself because na wa glitchy na ni ho so. Say na me wo ho and asem ni see and this was the statement I made. Anka we no won komumpa omutai kasa about reincarnation no. A omu pay ye past no. Komu no omu pick sankrofo we no omu guru mi omu. So nka you glitch them and throw them into the past to get more informations. Sa lady no nam ho kwa. So creative content. It could be of different realms or from an alternative universe. Tienye, that was where this lady was. The fact is that the current species of human beings can't remember their nature today. We don't. Because your memory ni your cells ni na, especially blacks. We don't. If we can work on this for people, anka ye should be easy. But okay, no be ko read it. The book is somebody's experience. Asa wote ase obi no hu bibi na ochro ye. It doesn't end there. Makacho last week, me say knowledge is in the universe. It gives. Ena makacho say sunsumu hu na sunsum nimu ana frequency nimu ena nimdie wo. Nti so obi body wu animdie owo no enhye ye nyira ye ewo ho. How to get through to this? Na your memory na akwa na yourself so akwa. Human beings of now, we can't remember. We don't remember our nature. And they lack the frequency and biological makeup to download these historical facts and make sense of them. So this beautiful lady was in the act so beautifully. Minim so nimnuhu. So nim so mean to me when I came for one shot so I glitchy back. Ante masemase. These are people who can get us raw informations. Intinka ye huni say ni ye de na to na ye glitch no na ye pay event ni re-event history now download duba they will write them down. Therefore, whenever there is a glitch, some get these memories downloaded in so many formats. Just like the lady thinking she is only making up a funny video as a content creator on social media. But so she was just telling us that I was there when the issue happened. But her downloads only point to the fact that there used to be a time when human civilization was reset and the new species came to take up lands that were abandoned by their owners. This is what the lady was communicating. And then I make a on the over witness for the Omubeka say, if we are suffering from way and me way and madam minim somewhere jai candia. So per her downloads, lady no. If a bibifo were the first species on this planet, Africa is not the home of all a bibifo across the planet. Say yen nana yeti asase no so. Ansa no biya ba ye dia. And yenya Africa happen ye dia. Nemo me wiase ina nti ade ne ya stuck wo ha ne ya restricted nso wo ha ensese ye ko ba bia e de nti na obibini tu kwan a eye den ma no no nko a obresa bisa wo. It means Africa is one of the homes of many blacks. Aha ne ye baby People who were in those unknown ages living and scattered across every country and every continent on the planet and beyond. Africa is a new place where black people escaped to. Like I told you from the beginning, this is a dark place I run into for survival. And yeah, henny. Until wet me akasa had a dwane be share. Until African continent depend will be benidia by the entire universe. So why are we limited and restricted to this place? Me say, black people are the universe. So everywhere they go, the universe go after them. But because we became sick and weak, whatever that comes with us, we don't have the hand to grip it. We sit and watch for others to take it away. Why is this so? Let's talk about this. It's very, very important. They own the entire planet. That's Africans. And they build civilizations on all continents as Africans. We are saying, yeah, dear. Papa Freeman say, we are saying, Bruni, dear. Say, see, the Obekanisa. Because it looks like that. I have written a very beautiful something. And according to experts, I mean, omo kasa you know from South Africa to here no. Omo ka kire me say ye ntumi nye ade say ye de the Western world until they directed us. Now they were using Wakanda, any woman king, as an example. Say the amatro no enu the Wakanda ni woman king nimpo no yeah African story nimpo no nkrofo mo ye ni ade na the amatro ne de nye hakra antino. They were directing us to a particular place. So my white old man friend, a very old man friend, who talks to me said, "Oh, I can do the connection near there." And okasa kasa chire nkrofo so me fly ko honomo. And I made me nyama ne ade no. O hwe me din no say ade we a watchro no. Eye no kware muntumi nye. But o de koma san nkrofo we so omo fa credit ni ma woda because you are black. Now the common now the album negotiating almost also one penny. Now they will take that story. So you have to go and work hard. I know you work hard. So go and work from the other way around and see if you can keep this or give it out. It's too huge. Now me fly back home. Yakwako jina baby no matter what you pick, no matter what you download, no matter what you find, no matter what you get, we don't have the privilege and the opportunity to put it in a way that get it to the children and everybody. And she said, Papa Naka say we are saying Obruni dia no kwari bi wo baby. They won't give the credit to you because when you look at Mansa Musa in 1337, where was Abrofo? Where were they? Where were they? We are seeing nana idea what really happened. That's what I want us to think about. And when you look at these things, it's so sad that when you are talking about this, some John guy will feel that you are preaching African. Technology and everything you think is not, it doesn't belong to us. From AI to everything belongs to us. Without Africans, nothing exists. I'm telling you this with every confidence. So be there and be a joker that I'm talking about African. I mean, yeah, can. Ain't you know? And it doesn't make sense. That is poor mentality. The Western world was built by black people. In actual fact, just go to Cape Coast and see the castle near AC1. And they see, go to Benin, where the first Germans, building camp, they did underground, and all those metals, they rolled it from Togo, and from Indian Campori rolling, they call where were these people? It is something that has happened to us. We talk about these things, and people feel just a into back Africa once anka me be ne mabo miti na ahoma ne tuatua miti so na anka mabo duku na niama femfa mitiri so na anka me di wura asense ko fra haban koburo ayi what's your spiritual our why they used advanced and unknown technologies to build an advanced civilization way ahead of what we have now. That is why I keep telling you our ancestors were astronauts and scientists. They were not primitive like you are saying. When you say that, you get me angry. And when I'm actually on Cape Coast Castle, Koshe said, and you may own no more munsa. And a DC ye be our missing Crawford said, not she ni ha, and come on mahada. Not she ni ha, and come on maha. Into Modia Munir Mona Montons are seen and farm home. Mumma baby saw mon best squatting no munya, Jumano, Mumu dear Omodem of us who said you mato. Mujina be our he, conso yele, o yele tumpata. Onuya, Mujina be our he. And he found a Ujina beer. Ewo say omu fili chafini and come and back de blema and the they are still coming here. According to news, almost from January to this place, over 1.2 something million people. And a free sro abakurumu ha shini omu beden wa bisa wo sa omu baha abeye dem poor continent 1 point ahi yende ye poor ntini ye kopa aduane abedi no omu so e. I was watching a movie in Korea. And in the movie, the guy went and toast a lady. Na lady ni so no de opa obi owo humble life. And a guy ne koto Hermes bag. Edibre lady no na bag lady ni share price no say hey price one no de on na guy ne ka tell ni say oh it is African price. They were taking it to Africa, so they gave it African price. Now I say hey. Just a man African price, just almost taste. So I'm like, this statement. Now Africa for any crofwe, why mun big things? We walk to carport and buy cars with card. Would be wait here. $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, $450,000. Now they wait here. Now what car? I hope it be our credits. So what? I don't know move James arguing way free. Me, I think deep about every statement, especially say a big near for Africa one. I think I have she as they claim. Your way of life, need the way you near me. Your name crop for one and come here for. Someone who open insult. They were unconquerable. Yeah, nanum. I be my you. A young one. So, o mama, ana amama won't tetekwa for. O mama, I want tetekwa. And one pa, and maybe before your life, I yet move right now, ne dear. I reho papa. But something traumatic happened at the level of cosmic power and interference. Adi see a debi ameka me say mundi nokre so bibini me ko baby na ebi before wa hu mobo me ko baby na they were lifting something na a abrofu place e na omo lifti bibi na the way omo de machine na to ade ne so na abrofu no omo de machine na to ade ne so na omo ko na bigina wona me hu so omo nim nyansa facha me ebinum omo mu bi omo nim nyansa na omo de ade na economic calculate hwe baby omo ko na me ye edi na mgina na me hwe bi e na ebibifo cleanness na ewo ho no omo de ko no omo ntumi nti omo prapra no e na omo ben abrofo no e na omo kire omo nyansa se omo nya ade ni se omo nye ni se na mgina wona me sre wo mitirim omo kire omo mpo no omo be yo but they refuse to omo mpese omo be ye de mofra na eka no na ayete se mofra no na omo kire omo nti omo pam omo na omo koye mofra no twe omo ho na mehu se omo ye de mofra no e kire omo no. We are intelligent people. Oh. We are so me catch last week me say every average Ghanaian is automatically intelligent. But asat ade edi enya no mintumi nkyere ye nananom no they were unconquerable. You can look at the history of Cape Coast here. Yechi yasantoa ene otumfo no baako ekoshe ho no. They killed thousands and they keep coming. So some dwane cause the shields. They were unconquerable. untumi mbre obibini ase asat the esi minim. But something traumatic and I'm kind no happen here at the level of cosmic power. A DNA yes adien. I know na make catch on. Medical catch say sa ark of the covenant na mudi etire no. Anytime this ark or arch ebe piepe no, it is a war that is coming to wipe away a particular species to give other species free land. Nti mo nso so sa niam eso. Enu nti na me kire mo so mo hwe niam e seke mo ho ba. From Burkina to Benin to Nigeria, and the statement that guy Fulani guy made. Me chuma dwene agina so. Me need to me be amede yahwe, but me chuma dwene agina so. If there's anything to work on, if there's anything spirituality, this is it. Just so that we can save our land. He chased us left, right, back. We go. Now let's get into the land. That's where we came from. Omo chesi left, right, center. Ya komu ya omo se ya nhwesoro. Ade bia ekosuru biara no. Na wie ye owuo. Ade bia ekosuru bia wo vanish. Ade ekofom. Eno na procra esan fifi. Na eba out multiple. Until they push us left, right, center. We say we will not go. They say we should look up, refuse, enter the grounds. That's where you come from. You will spring forth new growth. When I'm a person ye nyina ye dwene ho. Ujina ha. Say or say ye ba. Enti onyankopon bia ka che o se obese wasase. Na wase wu nuanom. No de wo akọ. Wani agema wo twen se sa say ye nemra. Are you okay in your head? Onyankopon yi so oba wayia na ye 8 e na ye 6 nti won kwa aduan wo ye aduanani a enipa 8 se wo firi nsu ta enipa 8 na ebe ye ntu so se enipa 8 yenyi enipa 8 no mun se enipa aka nyina. What kind of God is this? Na wo ankasa wo so create sa ade wi no o saving mwampo more than enipa. What is this? Aye pampa. At this point in our lives, at what the circle they are drawing around us. A great cosmic shift happened that washed away everything, including humans and their cities and their technologies. Bibia hohoroye. That is it. Na se bibia hohorumpa. Opa biso bia okotena America na watu kwan for over 25 years. Waba Ghana. Nebisa ne say 25 years ansa na okoye no oba ebi kura basesi omu kokoro mu hu kwan bibia sesama wantwa wunji ndimpo say na ha ne wo na wunji ndi sa ha ne wo no na enu nkyere say asade ne emma hoda. Somebody was telling me say spiritually they are saying spiritually no oye a queen enti okwa adwuma na spirit na katra ne se mo nkwa adwuma no ye queen na niema ye fi no pese okosi a spirit ne se mo nsi niema no ye queen enti okwa ba bi nso o mo se oye queen nti na oba me woni me bedi nkwa no bisa ne se o se Queen Elizabeth nsi niema na me katra ne se madam Queen Elizabeth nsi niema enda na nkere se onsi niema da because ye wu na no nye queen no wo palace wo kra a few things there waye. Me sesi emi nkogina adwa ejade nu aduane enu nkire se me nu aduane da ma nu aduane akasa ma me nsachi nyina akurukure enti minim spirit ko a onim sa wuntumi mfide wo ho na o se wo ye queen enti mensi ade na wansi ade da na wo be ye queen na wo be ye da kire wo manfo se de esi ade. This is the kind of spirituality we are communicating to people. Wo ye say enti menye say wo ye say eye yare. What happened was not a day or week's event. It was on the level of astronomical catastrophe. Enye da kura de. It's only in Ghana. And I contradicted Bible so much. Or sit down or beba no. Obi enim enye sa na Bible kan. Or sit down beba ti so orifo. And so Ghana nko so for ni bi chire date nyankopon beba. 25th day here, yeah, train. Me, I know I will be there. It created floods and new oceans on their existing land and shifted the land to new places. Is this what we want to happen? Intia will say it's a Insudi Besai Ghana. na wo kotena we ni mu a wo no nsu de ede wo kwan na kurom an kuro nsu na he na beach ni kura mo wa ha na nwe. It was a major reset, TNA, and that is where myths like Atlantis and others came in. Obi pamuno waje wasase. This pain is not painful enough to you. You are making a joke out of this. Just this girl's video got me to see that our ancestors lost not only their lands and technologies, but also their species downgraded. They were making a statement, and I'm saying, be still war. They downgraded us as black people, but they did them. And they lost their memories as new species were born in the new era and generations passed on. Before no first no na we can unya 16 years ayeze mi nya 18 years na me nufu aye ndwen ba papa bi ampo se 10 years wa ye na ye almost sanye nkakra. We moved from 100% power to 100% nothing. Because we became sick, we were downgraded, we lost confidence, we lost our culture, our way of life, our eating, our and as I say, yabedu baby, yabedu. Until we every lie as the truth because no pen yehu esi yenim. No pen esi yenim. This is why a place like Africa will be called names. Nanka why? How? The soil, you will never travel to any land and find a soil like this. But they call here names. So for hundreds of thousands of years, our ancestral generations lost their history, memories, and themselves. It's so sad, eh? Now, me just said, this thing I have written, I have traveled left, right, back. Obi a wone beka sabi ana wa won say credit ni ade ne de omunya ene omo de be kokora but unsat credit ndi omo mfam baby a ye hye ni nie ya hye baby bone na ye ankasa so ye tan ye ho enti ama yesem na ye bad no tan ni dem say ye sickness ni bi omu jamai na flood wo se flood ba wu dwane na wako heaven woko tena boat na wako heaven na wabese Japan hakra unim how many flats esi wo they build on it wo de wo boat woko heaven. Does this make sense to you? Aha went to me and share boat na de wo kwan e de wo kosi space ana ocean as what right do you have? At this point of our life, you believe that this boat, flood about boat will be save you. Dein, and it's on the BBC, and I am a Ghanaian. It hurts. 100 years later, a new species was started. The Abrofo came out of the settling of the tragic event. This is what you are saying. This is why I tell people, this white they have worked hard. And they have used their head. And they will not come down. And I appreciate their wisdom. This is why I tell people, it doesn't matter where you came from. Me papa answeminti na me bobra mi huano. Me mami answeminti na me bobra mi huano. Mi fro hiafo fienti na me bobra mi huano. Ma nwarinti na me bobra mi huano. Me yarienti na me bobra mi. It doesn't matter where you were born or where you came from. It's about what you do with the opportunity you have. Your past and your future dwells or live in your present. You have your present. Why are you crying about your past? And refusing to look into your future because Maame ye will past one show into so present to be financial. If you can't handle your present, there's no need to talk about future or your past. That's why I tell people, before you get into ayahuasca, make sure that your present life is stable. Because if your present life is not stable and you want to go back to your travel to your past, you will go and get stuck with ghosts. Because the past you are going to look for is in your present that you can't. This is what I tell people. And me uncle school and I mean who me baby Japan BBS they build on it. Yeah, yet you say boat to the air as from Ben. Na asase na you fi nkran beach na no. Na de wokọ na de wokoto desert ne so a wo be. Wo te Ghana asase so mpe wo pass asase foforo asase be mbiom na wo wiase. Abrofo were made out of a catastrophic cosmic event. Money na esi na nkrofo building was na wo de wu dwane no. Omo sa na omo building omo de no was so. They are well started forming out of that big major havoc. So they call it a big bang. Nkrofo mpo try say no so mbe decode. This is very simple. A new world was created and they came to inherit it. Enti se sie na wo frɛ say flood mbra no. This is wo frɛ say mbefa wonko. No bi mbefa wasase. Is that what you are saying? Say we huni awoka. They have done well. Unfortunately, they came to meet a sick generation who are changed and downgraded generally, who have lost their culture and heritage. That's black people. Shake my head. They are not even ready to find themselves, but rather blaming people and protecting what actually is holding them down. They are protecting what is finishing them. If you understand this, how would you even make a joke out of Ark of the Covenant? Do you know what it did to you as a black man? They don't remember themselves. That is who we are. They've been flashed out and chased out. That is where we ended up here. Abrofo descended from the cold mountains to cheap glory. Until almost celebrating Christmas, they deserve to celebrate it because they know where they came from. And they know the free lands they inherited. And they are keeping hold of it. That is wisdom. Free land and weak people, they came to meet. So you say, check here, be away pa. Me am your be, who shall brofo, a man man be 20. Omu di omu jinaho. Na se nye tuwo pa no omu kita. Me kura me be 100. And call the African man is siwa. A ban is saying, and now be a huge African man. No, yes, a massa. Why? What happened? What happened? What broke your back and bended your knee is what you are protecting and what celebrating. I don't know what to tell you. And they worked hard together, not with hatred, to hold on to that cheap land they got. They will make sure you remain weak as people. So you don't even come to ask about the price or payment of your land. They will not even allow you to heal. What you in the kromo mani nyejuma? Na wa be down muka asase no ma fa ne kwa no. And if a king understand this, why would you sell a land for anybody? The amode mom so mo be squatte wo so no se mu nisi. Se se de maton amom. Who are you as a Ghanaian or as an African? It's so sad. Yeah, de mpo no broni wo ma na ye papa. Mo binya so ye ade bi azan no nkonya broni pete bi. We respect their color. No fa ni begina wo sesi ya. Ade ni be papa. Ya sem na ye mobo. Me nka so mo nye nipa. Maka so say they've worked hard. Na yen de yesi yen heali ye hu mpo. Na ya hwehwe ye hu ahu ye hu. Na ya hwe where baby a ye hwe ase. Plenty of gold and empty remnant of 1,000,000 years old civilization that had no one to claim it. They wrote their names on the empty stretches. If you want the penny in a wound and colane body, on my babaton and no moon say no correct. Ntino, omu ye jumano. Omu anhwe ani sika no pe. Omu jina ho etinki generation na kefa no ho ben wa benya asase na je awie adenti na ade esi wa aye useless okotro ni din agu ho o tro ni din agu ho na wo mane ba o ma beto so obi din gu no hu say you obi dia ekrom a document kura ye mpeye. They took over the huge lands and started going around the world, rediscovering more lands and leftover stretches and artifacts with Christopher Columbus and their new copied religion of religion. They didn't sit down. They went round, gathering, registering, leaving their signatures. They were not limited. They copied the monarch's names they came to meet and corrupted the books and manuscripts they found. The other day, I'm like, wow. They understood their comfort and the need of change and replacement. Combine their way together. They were not thinking narrow. Dream broad. Dream ochina ochinechi omunananum e de kan ho. Na omunananum so eho atom. E ma yen yegusu hyenko asum. Yasem na ye moboye. They placed themselves in all the manuscripts and occupied all the castles and structures. Anyo. Meanwhile, the little remaining generations of Bibini, Daki, has run to their small hideout land called Africa. Africanus. Africa was the ark of the survivors. Ye jani ye ni yebeteha. Eno na mekachire wechire no. Eno nchirasa African continent pe na ye dia. Ewiase nyina ye dia. Ewiase nyina ye dia kra meka ye suni ye ban. Yenye ye hu aduro wo ye weakness ni ye yare mu no. Ehe ne ye beko. Eni bere nko an ye diti kuruma. This cannot be history because it was hidden by the cosmic itself. Ewo ho. But obibini ni ancestor ka kire ni say ewiase nyina ye wo de. Whenever you go, with the greater things, when you journey be share kra mema minerals, any lithium, any diamond, ni nyina me de be mamu. Ye hu ne ye de still. Na nkrofo e be sisa ni nyina ko sisi asase na yete so na omo pe. E na omo start draw circle no. Omo pe. Omo claim ye, omo twitwa borders, omo nim dia omo oni. Na ye squat wo so. Still omo ani nje. Nti sisi ano, omo draw circle. Baby omo de befa, baby omo pe. Ene ye nya ye nua. You see what you are joking with? And I'm appointing at your Fafa Bokina, Fabeni, Fabra Nigeria. Nada Safula Ninu, this statement or yeah. If I tell you this story and you don't believe it, I don't have any problem. Metuwase. Because wala memory because it is left in your reincarnated genes. And this is your body. Yamenine ka say your body. I just want to cross that barrier. And this is your body. You and its environment won't know or understand such things. Da. The America be a honami any near woody no. On Tiasia that said the Americano. I just say to me break is our barrier no. As I'll be who dear Maame Grace can. The Bible said that Noah was selected out of a sinful civilization and set apart from people who were taught advanced science and technology by angels. Sa nipa we na onyankopon ye odi no we hyen bia bagane. Ehwo no na o select Noah efiye. A sinful civilization Edie no omo ye no omo aye technology according to them abofo ene kire omo ade e no omo aye technology we be more of this in the book of Enoch. And God is angry because they are too advanced and they are threatening his throne with knowledge of angels. We nti na Nyankopon bufu ye na oyi Noah efi nkrofo yi mu. Na all say assassin now. Inchi or say assassin because Nkrofo were more advanced. Osha Tower of Babel so and Nkrofo no mu si dan na kosora ko nyame ho. Na ne bufu ye no create confusion or this separation by no stop him. Sa nyame we no di boat to abesi Ghana. Na yeso so. Nyame we ese na Nkrofo no ay advanced e what technology mu because omo esua de afiri abofo into your picking no film no say the aka no say into no one no ye papa no a o picking no efiri mu no say omo aka ni nyina no odi no wakodu bo sha asase no de na ekoso no e de na si ye enye akwensa fo ensa no mko no ano no no boye no san kese nipa nti onyame oye all knowing God no onim se oku nipa ni na awie na okwa ade na opepa na be san aba nti so oku nipa because of technology technology ben ye hu na nne a wo beka se embro dia na ewo ho dada oku wo mu no so bibisa we just a question. If people were taught by angels and have advanced so much that God, who created heaven and earth, is afraid of them and calls them sinners, do you think a wooden ark will be more advanced than their ships? Nyankopon asema woken. Osim krofo na ye more advanced because abofo akire omwade. Obofo onye nipa te se wo ye den kire wade. Mondwin dipo. De mini hweka. Onyame wei. Ena odi boat. Just advance now. O claim se nkrofo na ye ni nyina. Odi boat no de be fa nkrofo na akọ. I don't know the point he's trying to claim. Nti all a technology na nti a okum wiase no. Technology e wo ho inde. Obeka ne sen. Technology na nkrofo no hu ye na omu kum nipa no de wa fa nipa papa na ode na akọ. Ono yin God ofa akọ winsani. A obedumi nipa na ode kọ e. Menti ase. I don't understand black people and the way we think when it comes to God. Say yeti God do pe. Na ye moje mu nyina ye nyan. All you need to say for African to say okay is to say God. Baby abewu ama. If they are way more advanced than we have today, it means they have better and advanced submarines that can travel in the flats. And I may what because I say omo ye advanced than us. But they say Noah's Ark. In fact, let me ask this mpamucho. No one ark no ye no Bible no. What's in there? Abira only ye ark no. Ablo only ye beni echu ni ye ark he. Ake me ko me. Ameya amete ark mi na wa kehwie jeme. P. Yes, nkrofo no ko ho abonefo no na omu court say ark ni mu with pupu. E na Nyankopon mo chicken pox and rashes na pupu no e na eda na cream. E na omu de yo. I hope said that vibe no will not come into Ghana story. Sa pupu issue da beba wa ha na. Mum bi se ebo no wa ark mame. Eno sa niam we na ka me bisa no. Se pupu ni rashes no so e ba wa ha na. Oh my God. My Muhammad, oh my Krishna, my Buddha, my Vishnu, oh my Mary, holy, holy, full of grace. Africa, when? Even today, we have mega cruise ships that can take up to over 10,000 people per ship. If today we have these powerful mega ships and submarines, and even space ships, do you think a wooden boat will be better to save us from a flood? I am asking you. Almost physically, 200 people, but spiritually, 2 million. Such mental issues. Mentiasi. No wooden boat can save an advanced civilization with the technology of the angels in Genesis. It's a lie. People should check that book. You can get angry. And no wooden boat can save us from the flood on 25th December in Ghana. Tell that man I say so. All this is a joke. My pain is, we don't need this. At this point, when people are drawing a circle, that we can look into it and redirect that circle to their camp. We are here joking. Now serious things, pass ye anus. Oh my God. You see where we are donating our energy. We are not even saving it. It doesn't matter if December is this year or 10 years after. December, there are far better technologies than that. And no wooden boats can do any salvation magic. It is a big fat lie. The Bible is a lie. And true, I know we joke about so many things because of our trauma. But we should look at what is happening around us. We should look at what is happening around us. before any shock get at us. We should not take things light. The whole thing is a cosmic memory glitch. I want us to understand. It comes in different forms, medical culture, as your current biological body can interpret it. So, it's not just happening. The way you soon na ye nipedua na ye bobre ana ye suno ebetimi afa na making a meaning out of it. That is why I say ye careful with niyama yesusoso. Religious cabal will be happy that such an event is being largely replayed to us just like Sunday school. Because a refreshing so that it will enrich their religious dogma and further tighten their religious programs on our subconscious mind. Happy. I told you the day we did the Wesley Girls thing, when this thing is becoming unpopular and people are awakening to the fact or to the truth, they want to do things to bring out the dogma. They try to bring life into it. This is the only reason why this issue is what we'll get to see, BBC. And it's very sad. At this time of our lives. Because of that, some religious bodies might sponsor Ebonowa in secrecy, just to take advantage of the opportunity to control our subconscious mind. Into this. This is Africa and God. They love God die. God that cannot even heal blood pressure for them. It is just like the religious planted news. When suddenly you hear things like scientists have confirmed that Jesus is black, like or things like it has been discovered that Africa is the Garden of Eden. In occultism, we call these things logos. And in the next episode, I will talk a bit more about that. They are triggers of programming. The triggers. What triggers your nyama? Triggers. It's called logos. You better get it deeper into it next week. It causes your subconscious mind to come back to where they want it to come without your notice. This is why they play advert. This is why they mount billboards. This is what, yes, so that automatically when you're ready, a play na adwene fa nko ade a ebe ye adwuma wo so senkanya sa anka wo play advert ayeden nyankopon a aboni wiase onimobi obefere ti ade na nka church be ya advert nananom oye powerful owure obi motumi ko ba bia akotwe obi a ti ade na nananom so ba advert bibia ya advert. Why are they doing that? In fact, think about it on the emotional level. How would you feel if you said you are no longer going to church? And suddenly, news comes out saying that archaeologists have discovered that Jesus is black and he lived in Africa. And then I'll be. Maybe they are my bro, me and sorry biu. Not to see Oma Becas archaeologists, be a free Yaji Abrofunity, woman who America say Jesus Okra or ye bibini no figana. Then I'll be. Pacho. Followed by another news of scientists saying they have seen evidence of hell deep under the earth where people are crying. Obi abekwa solo force. Cause one kwa any obekwa asina se yakosu. Tell me how you will feel about this viral news. Hate you. Ube saying say connect security na obi because ekromu ano obi kwhwe video kro hwe views e wo ho ansa wahwe because ofilisa ade e wo views no ene eya ade ni pa ehwe. Bible kan asem bi o se osoro ahima ni mu kwan ye kwan akwahe ena ye ho no mu de no eye kakraka. You might even be the first person to be in church the next Sunday morning 31st kwa na kwhwe because ebinum nim say bia ye kwa afifufuro nim anyame beba. That's even on the emotional and reactional level. Enumpo ni o ubekwa sorry fast. What about those who laugh or do not act at all? Omonso what impact do these stories have on their subconscious mind? Mibisa. Think about this. Again, yes, any mana, a day in Susan sworn a debre. What say ye no, now feel say, a then na air cost or wagging. By the way, I'm throwing an open invitation to Ebonowa to come on Revelations. Let's talk. On bada, mina me kachiro. Maybe son and some 5 pe. 5. We want views, we want fame. Yeah, Kromo had it. Minim ade fame ni views today, but we want it. It's okay. But whatever you do, think of tomorrow. And think of the land now utimuno. O patre senkrof we imbra no mo mefa yasase ni yengu. Is that what you are saying? My doors are always open for enlightenment and education. That's what I do. He said God told him to build an ark. Enti se nya nokure na se eye content na wo create, are you lying against God? That's serious. Is it God or his junk DNA? And the cancer asem no kire no. As the scientists call it. And then the kire no, and God. Is he having a glitch of ancestral memory and interpreting it to align with the closest stories he has heard? Is that what he's doing? All these are questions, so I just need that. Oba questions ne maybe sa ni bi na America no. Say the be ye nyina ye behu. Nti na maybe say bi no na wehu. So on ba so a wa obi enfa question we wa obenya no ni bi sa no. Now let's look at lie truth sandwich. There is a saying that if you want to hide something from a black man, put it in a book. Omuka asem we tra na it so obroni no obibini mpa de kan. Ya bin ankasa. And you know. This phrase has been interpreted to mean that books hold wisdom and knowledge of their gods, and that black people are ignorant because they don't read. So because asem we tra now you obibini, how do you feel? Do you believe this? So want to mean sa word we so person odi BBC obibini a fashion book mu a na wo kire ase saying dia ene ye na kire say edin pa enye sa. But the fact is that gods don't write books, nor do they tell people what to write. Onyankopon onchron krata no on kan kire obi aso so onchron krata maka. Books are actually the creation of men, nipa. The other day, no, one of my posts, now there's a Muslim guy who is bantering with people. Me, I read and I don't do it. Me, I don't even have authority over the page. I'm also a pale there. Now, see, most books, your books, who said, in fact, religion can actually mash some people's brain. Not book now, only prior chrono. I will see your question idea free muno. And ya adwene ni mu no nipa de twere ade ne wo. Enti onipa ntumi nante without ohu nyansa without book. Eye nipa na twere book no nipa nkasa na ye machine nyansa ne wo nipa ne tirim. Ne we yi bi agu krata so. But now o place book before human beings. Let me say no need. Books ankasa eye nipa na ekreti. Books are not divine knowledge. Tie ni ye mami, they are not. You can go beyond books. But the opinions and guesswork, as well as the imaginations of men that are recorded in scripts. The truth in that statement, if you want to hide something from a black man, put it in a book, is that you can put the story of the black man in a book. But first of all, the real event will always be corrupted and changed and falsified. Into books, no, and American, they picked the manuscript and placed their name, the monarchs, no, omudi. That's why all your angels are white, all your gods are white. Color white is better. Color black, dear, and dear, and yakura, hey, Missy Better. Hey, obibini or harding, or 2 quite 2 weeks, I was late. What did I'm guy? It's better. Chere. And falsified, said the so that when it is in the book, it is seen as a divine truth. Adia kumo bibini kwata. Eye books na ede ye ho atoto so. Ye hu krata ni say you nyame krata. Nenu na beji yen. Enso me ken di otro ye na wu. That book becomes an authentic authority for checking and verifiable history and gaining knowledge. Inti say ni sa book no ma de ma me grace be ka biara. Nyansa wo mum but any book no mu. What that means is that when you keep that lie in a book, it becomes a truth for the black man because I don't know better whether he reads it or not, he will be misled. Problem nenunie. The book also has a divine prison for the black man. Books ni bi wo kwa hu a uyembe show. I have 2 lawyers in my children. So if I'm telling you books, na make a book. I have 1 pathologist among my children, and I tell you if you see book ni bi wo to me the year mpada so na bi say entimu read we na egu muti nyamo ya. But they want to read. Nti omo da so omo reading. Book ni so e wo prison medical can asem bi pen ba ma metwa so. Omo nya dementia ye nkrofo omo ata ko school bebiri pa. I know your topic for another day. Yes, omo bu befu. Because the story in the book has been told in his environment. Even if he has not read or heard it directly before, the frequency of the story lingers around him. Christopher now be the book of Moses, 7 book of Moses is evil. What kind of? What that lingering does is that anytime the Obibini gets an ancestral memory glitch, he will only interpret it by the frequency of his environment or things he has heard or seen. It is when your confirmation and feel what the OTBA and no or being told as written in books of records. Into some not directly, no. Say onyang ohun ogugunu we we ya say yentro your biggest problem. So the books now serve as a jail for your psyche's memory within your DNA. Another damage. You will interpret everything you feel per what you know and where you live or have been. So who wanted that they are wounding to muda. Ye open to new things. Men are to me new things now are me. And so may ya na get it to the bottom of it. Ne hu adi ebe to me. So I'm always discovering new things. Me go beyond. Cause obi no call in what your book ni adi no. Why are you limited to a book? Whenever you dream about cities burning, you go to Judgment Day in the Bible. Enti mi hu Yesu na heaven kura Bible aka kire mu so obi en. Na chese Judgment Day ni po mba na yakọ heaven so be before do heaven dada. We break protocol. Hey! Osi ada meba ti so wufu obi anim. Mo de mo hu date ni dada. Osi me fence yiri nse asase biom ti na me asa friends yiri aba. Abi before den. Mo ha nyame adwene sa. Whenever you dream of an underwater civilization, you think of Maame water and marine creatures. And there were people who are also preaching that. And you dreaming, you can't rise beyond your subconscious mind. That is your fruit of good and evil. It's magnetic. And it is not going to allow you to be divine. It is not. Baby, I want to know your problem is so. My interest episode we so. Next week, na menchire money maybe. Logos. Remember you know. That lady, no send love to that lady for me. What unim ni bia send love to her for me. And maka chire money pa kwa oye. Mon kan chire no. You should work around it. It's a beautiful gift. For glitching. Or no, Willie. She glitched. And she was telling us what happened. And then, Marty, you bet to us as some way to next week in a yim mysteries a woman how I'll be applying your man a lady no so ne level near become deeper. And in near my saying is a ya near my at the buyer so. Nano, not me who I dear be my very emotional. I mean, my happy abro so. As I ye emotional, ye near bear my gazy. no yeah artwork yi ena ode be che me oye one of the pearls na me kan ade na wachero no na makoma na I don't know idea na onya ye oye liver grow out of stones. That's a tough statement and it speaks a lot about me. Inti ama adene me ntumi nkan dia wachero no, but I can only appreciate him. Like what am I say? I can only appreciate him. Inti I am appreciating our brother when nsama waka fa me ho, but the artwork na itself speaks volume. Enwura efifi wo emotan mu. Ete say okode a ofidi ne ba. Ewo a efifi wo motan mu. Makase mu ebi a kire binu mu da. Eno na minu aye ana me bai aye a ode abeche me. Ba ko bi draw me no de ba aye. Mo draw bebre bi draw mo maame mo ne ade. I feel you people should do this and hang it in your rooms. Minu abe magezi. I will hold this dearly and I will put it at a place where my heart is. I love it. I am happy about it. Like the gift I have received this month, is so marvelous. Lady be me plenty towels. Ubi chese niamane dosu perfumes. Lancome me kokan ye tie. Uba say the Lancome mean to be 5 years. And so still but I thank you so much. So now I don't buy my creams, I don't buy my serums, I don't buy my hand creams. I don't thank you people so much. Like I appreciate you guys. Papa biso beche me go 1 gallon fi begro or 4 car fi begro. Sometimes you do things that breaks me down like a koma kumemu. Madam wasepa dia metumi aye bia me jire me ho. Say meye medam wase ne mo do mo abotre ene mo support menu abema gezi. Thank you so much mu ina mo nda gezi asema me. I appreciate so much ene nnem de mu besi next week there was some kese ka makram.